Walk into any UK supermarket and you'll see rows of colourful yogurt pods. They promise gut health, probiotics, zero fat, zero sugar, labels screaming, healthy choice. But many of these popular yogurt brands are closer to candy than real food. We are flipping over those pods to show which UK yogurt brands you should avoid, revealing the hidden sugars, additives, and marketing tricks that the brands don't want you to see. Light and Free Strawberry Greek Style. Pick up a pot of Light and Free Strawberry Greek Style, and it screams healthy choice. The label has everything you want to see. Bright strawberries, 0% fat, 0% added sugar, and those magic words, Greek style. It looks like you found the perfect snack, something that tastes good but won't wreck your diet. Guilt-free indulgence in a little plastic pot. But here's where things get tricky. In the UK, Greek style doesn't mean anything. It's not a protected term. It doesn't guarantee the yogurt is thick, strained, or made the traditional Greek way. Companies can slap Greek style on basically anything and get away with it. Real Greek yogurt gets its thick, creamy texture from straining. You take regular yogurt and strain out the liquid whey. What's left behind is naturally thick and rich, no additives needed. That's how it's been made for centuries. Light and Free use a bunch of ingredients to fake the texture. Inside that pot, you'll find oligofructose, a type of added fiber that bulks things up. You'll find modified starches to rebuild the thickness that real Greek yogurt gets naturally. And you'll find carrageenan, a stabilizer that stops the yogurt from separating and gives it that gel-like consistency you expect. So, the thickness isn't real, it's engineered. The yogurt has been rebuilt from the ground up to look and feel like Greek yogurt without actually being Greek yogurt. Now let's talk about the strawberries on the front of the pot. They look fresh, natural, and juicy. But flip it over and check the ingredients. They seem fresh, genuine, and delicious. You're tasting artificial strawberry flavoring, which is made of chemicals intended to fool your taste senses into believing you're consuming actual fruit. And because this is 0% added sugar, they need to make it sweet somehow. Enter artificial sweeteners, sucralose, and acesulfame K. These give you that sweet taste without the calories, but they're completely artificial. Your tongue might be fooled, but your body knows the difference. Here's the thing about products like this. They're designed to tick all the boxes that dieters look for. Zero fat? Check. Zero sugar? Check. Greek style? Check. Fruity flavor? Check. On paper it's perfect, but in reality, it's a science project. Just because something has zero fat and zero sugar doesn't automatically make it good for you. When you remove fat and sugar, you have to replace them with something else. In this case, that something else is a whole list of additives and artificial ingredients. The packaging is designed to make you feel smart for choosing it. The zeros make it look like the responsible option. The word Greek style makes it sound authentic and healthy. The bright strawberries make it look natural, but it's all visual tricks. If you're going to eat yogurt, eat real yogurt. If you're worried about fat, remember that fat isn't the enemy. It keeps you full, it tastes good, and it's natural. A small pot of real Greek yogurt with actual fruit will satisfy you way more than this engineered version ever will. Ski Smooth Yogurt. Remember those bright pots from the 80s and 90s? If you're old enough, you probably do. Ski Smooth was everywhere back then. Strawberry, peach, raspberry, the colors alone made kids excited. You'd peel back that foil lid, grab a spoon, and dive into something sweet and creamy. It felt like a little reward after school or packed in your lunchbox. For parents, it screamed harmless. A yogurt is a yogurt, right? It's dairy. It's in the fridge section, so it must be decent. Plus, the kids loved it, and keeping them happy with something that looked healthy was a win. That's how Ski became a household name. Nostalgia keeps it going even now, but let's talk about what Ski Smooth actually is. Because what you remember from childhood and what's really in that pot are two very different things. This isn't yogurt the way it used to be made. Your grandmother's yogurt was simple. Milk, some cultures, maybe fresh fruit if you were lucky. Ski Smooth is the complete opposite. Open a pot today and what do you see? Perfect smoothness, no fruit chunks, no texture, no variation. Just a thick, uniform paste that looks identical every single time. That should be your first clue. Real yogurt with real fruit has bits and pieces. It's natural, so it's never exactly the same. Ski Smooth is engineered to be perfect every time. Same color, same texture, same sweetness. That takes serious processing. Now let's talk about sugar. Ski Smooth has some of the highest sugar content in the entire yogurt aisle. We're not talking a little sweetness to balance the tang. We're talking dessert levels of sugar. That strawberry flavor you loved as a kid? It wasn't strawberries. It was a strawberry-flavored sugar designed to taste like candy. The same goes for peach and raspberry. They're all artificial flavors built to hit your sweet spot. Check the ingredients and you'll see the truth. Stabilizers, thickeners, colorings, flavorings, things you can barely pronounce. All of it is there to make the product look good, taste sweet, stay fresh on the shelf, and keep you coming back. It's not about nutrition. It's about making something cheap that tastes expensive. Here's the thing about nostalgia. It's powerful. You remember loving ski as a kid, so you assume it's fine. Maybe you even buy it for your own children now. But just because something worked in the 90s doesn't mean it was ever actually good for you. We just didn't ask questions back then. Compare Ski Smooth to a pot of natural Greek yogurt with real fruit mixed in. Look at the ingredient lists side by side. One is food, the other is a lab creation. The difference is shocking. Does that mean you can never eat Ski Smooth again? No. If you love the taste and want it as a dessert, go ahead. But stop pretending it's a healthy snack. It's not yogurt in any traditional sense. It's a sweet treat that happens to be sold in the yogurt section. The yogurt aisle is full of products like this, things that look healthy but aren't. Ski Smooth is just one of the most obvious examples. Bright packaging, fun flavors, childhood memories, all of it designed to make you buy without thinking. Ski Smooth is a relic from a time when we didn't read labels. Now, we know better. The question is, will you keep buying it anyway, or will you choose something real? Activia Kefir Strawberry Gut Health Yogurt Drink. The word kefir does something to people. It sounds exotic, ancient, healthy. You see it on a bottle, and your brain immediately goes to traditional fermented drinks, probiotics, gut health, all that good stuff. The label doesn't even need to say much. Just the word kefir does most of the work. Turn that bottle around and read what's actually in it. Right after milk, the very first ingredient is sugar. Not cultures, not strawberries, not anything fermented, just sugar. That tells you everything you need to know about what this drink really is. And those strawberries that are plastered all over the label, they make up exactly 1% of the bottle. 1%. Let that sink in. You're buying a strawberry drink that's barely got any strawberries in it. So where does all that strawberry flavor come from? Engineered flavor compounds, acidity regulators, and artificial enhancers, all designed to trick your tongue into thinking you're drinking something fruity and natural. Fermentation gives real kefir its creamy, slightly thick texture. Bacteria work on the milk naturally over time to give it its consistency. This bottle skips all that and just adds modified starch instead. Easier, faster, cheaper, but definitely fake. What you end up with is a sweetened dairy drink that's been designed to look and taste like kefir without actually being kefir. The front of the bottle borrows all the health benefits and traditional imagery of real fermented foods. The back of the bottle shows you it's just marketing. This is exactly how brands manipulate shoppers. They know people trust words like kefir and gut health. They know older generations remember the real thing, and younger people have heard it's good for them. So they slap those words on a bottle, add some strawberry graphics, and hope you don't read the ingredients. The kefir name is being used as a halo. It makes the whole product seem healthier than it is. Fermented foods have a reputation now. They're trendy, they're good for digestion, they're natural. Activia is cashing in on that reputation without delivering the real product. Here's what real kefir should be. Milk and live cultures, naturally fermented. That's it. It should taste tangy, even a bit sour. The thickness should come from fermentation, not added starch. And if there's fruit in it, you should be able to see actual fruit, not 1% puree mixed with flavoring chemicals. This Activia version is sweet, smooth, and tastes pleasant, but that's because it's engineered to be pleasant. Real kefir isn't sweet. It's supposed to have a sharp, fermented taste. If you're drinking something that tastes like dessert and calls itself kefir, you're not drinking kefir. Does it have probiotics? Sure, probably. You can add probiotics to almost anything these days, but probiotics alone doesn't make something healthy. You can put good bacteria in sugar water, it's still sugar water. If you want real kefir, look for brands with short ingredient lists and nothing but milk and cultures. Or make it yourself if you have the time. Don't fall for bottles that use the kefir name just to sell you a strawberry-flavored dairy drink. The lesson here is simple. Branding is powerful. A single word on a label can make you buy something without thinking. But the truth is always in the ingredients, not the marketing story on the front. Müller Toffee Fat-Free Yogurt. Müller Toffee Fat-Free has been around forever. The pot sits there in the supermarket with the fat-free stamped across it like a medal. For anyone counting calories or watching their weight, it feels like a win. Toffee flavor without the guilt? Sounds perfect. That's the trick. The label makes you feel smart, like you've cracked the code. You get dessert, but it's fat-free, so it must be okay. The branding does all the work, you barely have to think about it. But here's what actually happens when you strip fat from yogurt. You lose everything that makes it yogurt. The creaminess? Gone. The richness? Gone. What's left is thin, watery, and bland. Nobody would buy that. So manufacturers must build it back up from scratch. They add modified maize starch to recreate thickness. It has the expected creamy texture thanks to pectin and gelling agents. But it's all fake. The texture isn't natural, it's engineered in a factory to mimic what real yogurt feels like. Now the toffee part. Real toffee comes from butter, sugar, cream, and ingredients cooked together until they turn rich and sticky. This pot has none of that. The toffee flavor is completely artificial, designed in a lab. Then they sweeten it with sucralose and isosulfame K because there's no actual sugar either. What you end up with is a pot that looks healthy, but is really just a pile of substitutes. Thickeners, stabilizers, fake flavors, artificial sweeteners, colorings, acidity regulators, all thrown in to replace what was taken out. It's a Frankenstein product. Every piece has been swapped for something cheaper and more processed. The result tastes like toffee and feels like yogurt, but it's neither. Low fat doesn't mean healthy. Müller Toffee Fat-Free proves that. It's diet marketing wrapped around a dessert. If you like the taste, fine, but don't fool yourself into thinking it's good for you. It's engineered junk with a health claim slapped on top. Activia Peach Fat-Free, no added sugar, gut health fruit yogurt. Activia owns the grown-up yogurt image. Those green pots with gut health written across them feel responsible, mature, sensible. The peach on the label looks fresh and inviting. Everything about it says this is what adults who care about their bodies should eat. It feels like a safe choice, something your stomach would actually appreciate. But flip that pot over and the story changes. The peach you're imagining? It doesn't exist in there. What you get instead is a fruit preparation peach puree mixed with concentrated juice, glucose, fructose syrup, starch, and flavorings. It's been designed to act like real fruit without being real fruit. It holds together in the yogurt, it tastes fruity, it looks right, but it's manufactured. Then there's the fat-free, no added sugar situation. Those claims sound great until you realize what they mean. Without fat, there's no natural creaminess. Without sugar, there's no natural sweetness. Both have to be rebuilt using stabilizers, fibers, artificial sweeteners, flavor compounds, and acidity regulators. So this isn't peach yogurt the way you think of it. It's a reconstruction. Every element has been swapped out and replaced with something cheaper or more shelf-stable. The result is engineered to taste like what you expect while fitting the healthy image Activia sells. The green pot, the gut health claims, the soft peach picture, it all creates trust. But trust the ingredient list instead. Activia Peach is a dessert rebuilt to look wholesome. Marketing on the front, chemistry on the back. Read both before you buy. Müller Light Range, low-fat, low-calorie yogurt. Those little bright pots with under 100 calories each? Everyone knows them. Müller Light comes in strawberry, toffee, cherry, vanilla, flavors designed to feel like treats without the guilt. The label promises low-calorie, low-fat smart choices. For anyone tracking what they eat, it looks perfect. A little sweet snack that fits your plan. That's the appeal. It feels like you're being careful and still getting to enjoy something. But let's break down what actually happens when you remove fat from yogurt. You're not just cutting calories, you're stripping out what makes yogurt work. Fat creates creaminess, it gives body and richness, it makes the yogurt feel substantial in your mouth. Without it, you're left with thin, watery, flavorless liquid. Obviously, Muller can't sell that, so they rebuild it from scratch. Modified starches and thickeners go in to fake the creamy texture. Artificial sweeteners, sucralose and acesulfame K replace the natural sweetness you'd get from sugar. Flavorings are added to make strawberry taste like strawberry and toffee taste indulgent. Everything is reconstructed. Here's the real problem though. The pot might taste sweet, but it won't satisfy you. Fat and sugar aren't just about flavor, they signal your brain that you've eaten something filling. They trigger satiety. Your body knows it's had enough and you stop eating. Remove those, and that signal never comes. You finish one pot and still feel hungry 20 minutes later. So, you grab another, maybe a third. You're telling yourself it's fine because each pot is only 99 calories, but suddenly you've eaten 3 and you're still not satisfied. That's the trap. Muller Lite isn't helping you eat less, it's making you eat more while feeling virtuous about it. Instead of one serving of real yogurt that fills you up, you end up in a cycle of eating multiple pots and never feeling content. Low calorie doesn't mean healthy, it just means stripped down and rebuilt with substitutes. Muller Lite is marketed as diet-friendly, but it's engineered to keep you hungry. The artificial sweeteners, synthetic textures, and lab-made flavors don't nourish you. For a short while, they merely deceive your taste buds. Next time you reach for one, think about what you're actually choosing. Are you making a smart decision? Or are you falling for packaging that says, guilt-free while delivering nothing but chemistry? The yogurt aisle is full of tricks. Bright labels, health claims, zero this and zero that. It all sounds great until you read the ingredients. Real yogurt is simple. Milk, live cultures, maybe some real fruit. That's it. If the ingredient list has modified starches, artificial sweeteners, flavorings, stabilizers, and a dozen things you can't pronounce, it's not yogurt. It's a dessert pretending to be healthy. Don't let the packaging fool you. Flip the pot, read the back, protect your gut, and skip the engineered junk. Like, share, and subscribe for more food truths they don't want you to know.